Welcome to the Wrestle for Real podcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be going over the Raw post show on May 19th, live from Greenville. I just learned. I didn't even know where the show was today. But we're going to capture all of that. Got the usual suspects here, Spook, Stan. We got a special guest, Ty, tonight. So we're going to run through the show, man, see how it was, see how everybody was feeling about what they did tonight on Monday Night Raw. So we kicked off the show with Logan Paul cutting a promo in the ring. He was basically really talking about his upcoming title match at Saturday night's main event. Logan Paul has a way of getting title matches. This was no different. He's now getting his match against main event Jey Uso. There came out there to interrupt him, and basically, I don't think Gunther has much respect for him. It was a little confusing of a promo there, but it didn't look like he had much respect for Logan Paul. So, but I know that the winner of the Logan Paul Jey Uso match is going against Gunther. So I think we all pretty much expecting that to be Jey Uso, but we also might get still a Gunther and Logan Paul match. So what'd you think about this segment, Stan, man? How did it move the needle, man? Any more interest about this title match, this feud going on between them?
A little bit. It had me thinking that maybe that Paul might end up getting the W with some outside interference. But I did like the fact that Gunther was like, I don't respect you. I respect Pat McAfee a little bit more than which I can see that because, technically Pat cut his teeth in NXT, had a couple matches there before he went to commentating and had some matches on the main roster. So I can see Gunther saying that as a fact that it was like, Pat learn this craft. You just doing this because you're super athletic, and then you just got a lot of followers on YouTube, and you're just a big social media star. So I got no love for you, pretty much. But yeah, in that particular moment, it had me thinking maybe we might get some outside interference Saturday, and maybe we might get Gunther versus Paul. But later on, I'll talk about why I changed my mind on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. So Ty, what you think about Logan Paul's involvement in the WWE so far? Is it getting making you want to watch more? Is he making you want to get him off the screen? How you think he's been so
Logan is like the annoying little brother. You just can't get rid of him. But, I will say that he's been very creative in, with his image, but coming into WWE, it's like he has to earn his stripes, but Logan is very talented and athletic in the ring. He does work your nerve a lot. I will say that, but that's why I say he's like the annoying little brother that just won't go away.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely he's been doing everything he can to earn his keep so far. So, he looks like he takes it pretty serious. He gets in the ring, but he is definitely fast tracked to a lot of opportunities, probably because of his social media fame. But what do you think, Spook? You want to still see Gunther and Logan Paul, or because I don't think you believe that he's gonna beat Jey Uso, do you? Or do you still want to get that match though?
I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be Jay. But Logan and Gunther would be a good match though. That would be a good little match.
Mm-hmm.
Non-title, or even if we play devil advocate and he do lose, you know what I'm saying? Non-title or title, it's still gonna be a good match between them two.
Yeah. I think most of the stuff Logan Paul's been in has been pretty interesting.
Yep.
He has definitely solid matches. I think he's gonna have a hard time getting the respect and kind of credit because of where he came from and how he got there. But I think he's on the right path. I don't know what more he can do right now. Maybe become a good guy, but I don't think, he just has a very bad guy face.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's gonna help him out too much, but they definitely at least trying to hype the whole world heavyweight title picture with Logan Paul and Gunther, and of course Jey Uso came out there and caught Logan Paul from behind, and was standing tall in that segment. So do you what do you think about Stan? What do you think about Jey Uso coming out, not doing his main entrance, and still having a segment later? Do you think they should just kind of hold stuff like that, or is the the two pops for him? Does you think that make a difference?
I don't know, because with him holding that belt, that is the quote unquote workhorse title, so he's got to be out there. And plus, he's a man of the people, so him coming through the crowd, it's always gonna be a good thing. But I feel like since he's the champion of Raw, he always has to be on the screen. Like even if it's like a backstage segment or even when he came out during that just to get a little hit on Logan, you always want to have your champion on the screen any way you can get it.
Yeah, I guess they definitely wanted to do that. So we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot more show to go. So we went to Penta's entrance. He's getting ready for their tag match, Penta and AJ Styles versus Finn Balor and JD McDonough, which I thought was possibly going to be match of the night, a pretty good match, just based on looking at who's a part of it and how these guys work. In between that, we did get a promo for or a signing. I don't even know what they call it, an announcement that Roxanne was definitely going to be on the WWE main roster full time. So that's a good look for her. I think we've all been kind of trying to figure out what purgatory she's been in and why she's kind of been in the middle a little bit. So I don't know if it made a big difference, but it was definitely announced today, and they made emphasis of it during the match in the entrances. They like to interrupt the entrances for announcements and things like that. So Ty, any are you happy to see Roxanne? You know, she's finally a part of the roster now. There's no more confusion. You think this means good and big things for her? What'd you
It
think
was
of?
kind of like, yeah, Roxanne, she has like some great moves actually. You have to watch out for her too because what she does is she's sneaky with it, and when she does do her moves, it's very smooth. So I like Roxanne. I do think though that it was a little bit early for her to be in the Money in the Bank qualifying match.
So do you think she has a chance of winning, or are you saying she just shouldn't even be in it at all?
I don't think she has a chance of winning, but I just do feel like it was because she just came over to Raw, because her and Julia been like back and forth between NXT and Raw. So now she's permanently on here. It's kind of like even though she's paved her way in NXT, you still have to work your way up to those type of PLEs as well.
Yeah, so they definitely fast tracked Roxanne. They fast tracked Julia for sure. I think she was in NXT for like I don't even know.
It was like 3 months. Like somebody posted the timeline. She came in, won the title, like had a couple other matches, but it was all big matches, and then bam, main roster. So they're definitely gonna push her.
Yeah, she's been pretty quick, and we know Stephanie Vaquer is just. I mean, if there's a such thing as being pushed fast, she's just beating everybody, main roster,
Yeah.
NXT roster. I mean, nobody wants to match with her right now. So, what you think, Spook? You think they have to fast track Roxanne because they don't really have enough in the women's division right now on Raw, or is she?
Raw women's division is definitely lacking right now. So yeah, they definitely had to get her up there as quickly as possible because all they got now was what Rhea, EO. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Everybody else is kind of getting weak.
they just taking a little break for right now. So I mean, they gotta get the women's division up on Raw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know if they had many options here. Not sure if she would win, but not sure that they had many different directions they could have went in. And they still, I don't know how many girls is it normally 6 or 8? How many is in these matches?
6, I think. I think it's 6. So it should be like they might because normally they do like 2 qualifying on each show, and then they'll do like that last chance.
Okay.
Or I don't know, it might be 7. Yeah, I think it's 3 qualifying on each show, and then you got that last chance. But I don't know. I mean, because Money in the Bank is next. No, it's this.
No, it's June 7th.
Yeah, it's June. It's June.
Yeah, so they're first, right on the same day as Worlds Collide. So
Yeah.
one's early, one's late. So but yeah, I guess it was a good look. I'm a Roxanne fan.
But I will say this. I know it has not happened yet, but I am really hoping to see Naomi in the Money in the Bank match. And I hope she wins if she enters it.
Naomi's an interesting choice.
Yeah, very much so.
That's an interesting one there. I'm not sure. Some of them, I think the Naomis, the Natalias, they just start get to a point where they're kind of putting everyone over. So I don't know if they're gonna go back into that. It's not like a Randy Orton situation where he can go so many years without winning the big one, and then he can win it, and they can just put the title on him. They always got these new ladies they pushing. So we'll see. I think I'm not sure her and this whole Jade stuff is quite over yet, but we'll see kind of where Naomi's going to end up in that mix. But then we had the match with Penta and AJ versus Finn and JD McDonough. As predicted, it was definitely really a good match. Obviously, I think we all knew the interference was on the way. That's just when you're dealing with the Judgment Day. But these guys had a great match. At one point, JD is got a. Is there like a best seller award? Like you might need the best seller award because
Yeah, he's on like Dolph Ziggler.
yeah, he's on his way. Like he look good. Like he makes it look real good. So he had a did they call it a Mexican destroyer?
Yeah, yeah.
Outside, and that's when El Grande Americano showed up with just a headbutt, and that's all it takes, just a headbutt, and then costing them the match, and Finn Balor gets the win, and I guess it's not bad for Judgment Day to get a win here and there because these guys really need to look like they are worth something. So they ended up getting the win with a little interference. El Grande Americano costing Penta, of course, and as we said last week, Penta's been fighting everybody. So what did you think about this match, Ty? Was this a interesting match on the card, match of the night, or what you thought about this one?
It was very entertaining. I like Penta and AJ working together. As usual, Judgment Day is always an interruption somewhere. Somebody always come out to save the day. But Chad, okay, Americano.
Don't do that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know who Chad is. I don't even
Hey,
know.
Yeah, we gotta wait till worlds collide for the reveal.
Mhm.
His character turn has been very interesting, but it's always a delight to see him just come out of nowhere and cause a match every time. You can always count on not Chad.
El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
That's because Chad was later seen in a suit, so there's no way he could have taken off a mask.
Not that fast.
Those masks take a really long time to come off. So there's no way he could have done that. What did you think about this match, Spook, with Penta and AJ versus Finn and JD?
I didn't see that one. I missed that one. I was, just
Okay,
listening
you was in
to
transition.
y'all to see what was going on, man. And I didn't know El Grande came out there, man. I missed it, man. That's my new fan favorite right now, man. I like El Grande, man. That boy is a
regular.
Yeah, man. He always up to something. No, he didn't do him like that, man. He didn't do him like that.
Yeah, so he's constantly having that to go on. So I think it's helping Judgment Day to get some TV time, whatever they can do, because they are looking shaky from time to time. So we'll have to see. Anything you saw special in this match, Stan, or was this typically what you expected to get from these guys?
Nah, I mean it was a good one, man. You put 4 people in a match that can work, that has traveled around the world, they've done it, and they know what to do. And so when I saw this on paper, I was like, this might be the match to like steal the show because you got 4 good workers that can go, and it was good storytelling with not Shad Gable coming out. It was good, and Carlito's interference. Nah, it was a good match. It was a little point in there where they didn't really hone on it because Judgment ended up winning when JD was trying to break up a pin and he did a frog splash and Finn ate the whole frog splash.
Ooh.
Like every last bit of it, and I was like, this might go away, but then it didn't. Judgment Day ended up winning, so yeah.
Yep. So we pretty good match there. I think we all got what we expected. We also had a promo where they were showing Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson, letting us know that Halliburton was going to be on the show later. As a Knicks fan, there's nothing more disgusting than seeing Tyrese Halliburton on my wrestling screen.
I was thinking about you the whole time, man.
It is
the whole time.
It's terrible. I don't know why. We need Jalen Brunson to get out there, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and them boys. But they did cut a promo. Spook, how important do you think having that outside celebrity element is to the WWE? Seeing those guys come in and for whatever purpose.
It don't change the game, man. I mean, back in the day, man, we didn't know a lot of people was wrestling fans like that, man. And everybody coming out to these PLEs and being present, man, and just interacting with the crowd, chilling in the crowd, not in the booth or anything like that. They sitting on the floor, you know what I'm saying, watching the match. So, man, these entertainers, that's gonna change the game, man. Now they jumping in the ring it's gonna be stupid in the future, man, because as sooner or later they're gonna be trying to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like what Shaq did and all these other entertainers.
Yeah,
they definitely gonna want to get a piece of that, man.
I haven't looked. I don't believe that there be in Indiana or New York within this Eastern Conference Finals matchup.
Probably not.
As if it was, it would be absolute insanity.
Stupid.
Either way, it would just be crazy. But definitely have that pop culture and sports all around influence. So we're always gonna get some of that. And we had a segment in the back with I want to say that was Paul Heyman and Jey Uso, and Paul Heyman is just doing his thing, kind of warning them, letting them know what the game plan is and how things are gonna go. So I don't think there's anyone really doing it better than Paul Heyman in the back right now. What do you think about Paul Heyman, Ty? You think he got the Midas touch, whatever he touches gold, or he's just another guy in the back talking, on behalf of these?
No, Paul has been around since all of us was kids. So he has something, he's definitely special, and he's been working with people for years, even as we all know, the Samoan dynasty, their family for years since Alpha and Sika. So he has some type of touch that he turns into gold. So it's definitely whatever he's doing is working.
Yeah, Paul Heyman is that guy. Every time he's on the screen, you got to watch. And he's not even a superstar. I don't know if there's another manager, man, whatever they want to call him, advocate that quite captures the TV in that particular way. But that was a nice little segment in the back. We did have an Io Sky Becky segment. It was a real quick Becky segment as she was heading to the ring, kind of cutting off Io Sky. How do you feel about Io Sky doing promos, Stan? Are you on the, she can only get better if she keeps trying? You guys know where I am. I don't want to hear it. I don't think it helps her at all, but that's just my opinion. I think she just needs to go fight, and that's where she's gonna be strong at. But the promos is just, I don't know if it's ever gonna quite click. It never did with Shinsuke, it never did with Asuka. Sometimes that's just the way it is, and you can still go out there and perform. So, what do you think about Io Sky on the microphone?
I think they should mix it like how what they do with Stephanie, even Ray, even Dom, even with Shinsuke. Like they would let them mix it up because even when Shinsuke went into this dark character, he started doing all his promos in Japanese, and it would just be the subtitles on the screen. And I just thought that was like menacing. It was perfect. And so like they're trying to find the right mix. Maybe it's her just like, no, I want to do them in straight English, which is fine, but I feel like I mean, as your champion, she has to do it. It's part of the job. And honestly, she's so over that I feel like people don't even care. Because every time you turn around, somebody's doing her emote thing. Like some dude at graduation, his college graduation did it walking across stage. So it's like she's so over, people don't even care, and they just overlook that because they just like her. So
Gotcha. I mean, it's possible. Do you think you could mix it up as a baby face though, or if she starts speaking, I don't know what her natural language is. Would that make her a heel? Can she still be over if she does mix it up?
I don't know. See, that's where it's I guess like how the crowd reacts and what way it's done. Like honestly, because when Priest, Ray, and Dom do it, it's in a way that they're telling that person, "I'm gonna beat you up," and the crowd knows that because we've heard enough Spanish to know certain words. And so, like when Shinsuke was doing it, he was doing it in a dark way, and it worked for that character. So it's really just, I mean, a lot of us have seen New Japan, so we know like certain things. I'm not gonna say I know Japanese 100%, but there are ways to do it where she can feel comfortable and the crowd will receive her. It's
Okay.
just
All
it's
right.
just for the machine to figure that out.
Right. How to incorporate it. So Becky went to the ring for her qualifying match against Roxanne and Natalia. I don't remember the last time I've seen Natalia on TV, but
Yeah,
she
it's
was,
been a minute. It's been a
yeah, it
season.
has okay. Yeah, she's on the world tour right now.
Oh, okay.
Nakai is always a good hand, so it was good seeing them. I'm personally a Becky fan. I like Becky Lynch. I don't believe in the whole narrative that she's just squashing the division or something to that effect. But I did.
I like old Becky. The
Man, Becky.
Yeah, before the man when she was the last kicker with the glasses.
Uh,
That's the Becky. It's weird. I know a lot of people hate that Becky, but that's the Becky that I like. I don't know. Yeah.
Fair, that's fair. They had a triple threat match that ended up seeing Roxanne winning after Lyra came in and caused Becky. Lyra's got that fire still, so I'm just hoping that fire keeps burning because I want to see her as one of those that gets over the hump. I just hope it doesn't burn out once she stops going at it with Becky. What did you think about this triple threat match, Ty, with Becky and Roxanne and Natalia?
It was a good matchup, like you guys said. Like, I haven't seen Natalia in a long time, actually. So that was nice to see her again. Becky and Laura, of course, they still have they're going at it. I think it was a good touch with Laura coming out and interrupting the match, and they continue to go at it where Becky forgets that she's qualifying, and Laura causes her to lose the match. So it's always great to see Becky. I'm not going to tell you who I'm a huge fan of. It's not Becky, but they are the person that nobody liked her, and that's okay. I love Charlotte. Okay, I'm a huge Charlotte Flair fan. I love Charlotte. So yeah, but Becky's cool. She's turning into herself though. She's definitely turning into her husband.
Yeah, I think the right person got over. I like Roxanne winning here. I'm not sure what direction they're going in as far as who's going to win Money in the Bank right now, but a lot of times people are just seat fillers and you don't know. So I would rather not Natalia be there because I would just automatically know there's no way she's winning that. Let's not even waste that spot. Let's have, however many surprise people and so nobody really catches on. But they had a solid match. I think we're probably gonna be getting more Lyra and Becky here in a minute. So we'll kind of see what that's going to be like and how they're going to move forward and kind of keep that feud going. So we had the promo with Seth Rollins and Logan Paul in the back, and basically Seth doing the same thing that Paul Heyman was pretty much doing earlier, letting them know like you got a target on you if you do so happen to win. So just instilling a little fear into or at least something to think about into the mind of Logan Paul there. So Logan Paul looked like he was ready to leave because he had already had a little bit of a long night. So from getting hit in the face earlier. So he looked like he was ready to go. But they had a segment in the back there. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul, and just another way to get Seth Rollins some TV time because he didn't have a match this week. So that was definitely a good look for him as far as getting those things and possibly. I think they fought how many WrestleManias ago, or was it
Oh, it was a minute ago.
2-3 years
Yeah.
at least now?
Yeah,
So
it was a
yeah,
minute ago.
they might end up, doing it again, I guess, if you really believe in that sort of thing. Not very likely, but what'd you think about Logan Paul, Spook? You think he might make a good fit standing next to Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins? He's already a bad guy.
Yeah, but he don't match with them guys. He don't match with them, man. Like I don't see him being with Seth, man.
You can't see him in the eccentric outfits that Seth Rollins come out.
Heck no, man.
I
Heck.
don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he got his own little style, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he ain't on no Seth level yet, man. He can't compete with Seth yet, you know what I'm saying? So, but
Right.
now I don't see them. I mean, Logan got his own lane though right now, man. So it'll kind of clash, or he can't really be no underdog under Seth. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his own lane that he already created, so it wouldn't work right about now. You know what I'm saying? They like we was talking about last week. They got to really find somebody that's really humble, that's really new in the game, man. That's really want to work and get their weight up in the industry. But yeah, Logan wouldn't work. He wouldn't work in that group. He wouldn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They had another segment with Sammy and Jay Uso in the back. Sammy doing the whole rah rah thing. I'm thoroughly convinced that he's Daniel Bryan. I just see Daniel Bryan every time I see him. They have the same underdog thing. It's always all positive. They're over with the audience, and they clearly go to the same barber. It's like they're the same person almost. Like we lost Daniel Bryan some time ago, and now Sammy is here. What do you think about Sammy being involved in this tie? You think it adds something, or is this just a way to get him on TV, or is he a necessary component in that world heavyweight title picture?
Again, it's storytelling. You have to go back to him and with Roman and being around the Usos, and so it's kind of like what he's an honorary Us. Sammy is. So it's kind of like when you look back at the backstory of the storytelling, Sammy has really just always been around, and so he's always there to, whenever someone is coming out to jump Jay or interfering with the family, he's the honorary youth, he's the honorary brother, so he comes out and help his brothers. That's how I just look at Sammy, just an extension of the family, so he's coming out there to help his brother. Yeah.
So Sammy is definitely a motivational speaker. That can go. Stan, what you think about Sammy? You think you think there's a future where he wins that world heavyweight title?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy when Sammy, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and he hit him in the back with that chair. It's gonna be crazy when he's gonna be the third member, or not even the third member. It's gonna be crazy when he win that title from Seth, from Jay. He feel like he gonna be the one to get the title from Jay.
Oh.
It's gonna be a situation because it was like a couple weeks ago, Paul and Seth kind of already planted that seed, and we kind of forgot about it with the whole like, hey, you never won this, we can give you this. And it's like Sammy never won. He's never won. Like he's won the U.S. but he's never had a major, and he wants it. And the fans want him to have that moment, and it's gonna suck because it's gonna be heel Sammy, and everybody gonna be cheering because he got it. But yeah, it's gonna be wild when he's the one to do it. It's gonna be crazy.
I think you really own to something, man, because like that night that they had the celebration, you know what I'm saying, for Jay,
he kind of paused.
He had a couple looks, man, like he was finna just go at him. And I was like, come on, man, please don't let him do this. Please don't let him.
Even with the whole segment when all three of them had the chairs.
Yeah.
I went back and looked because somebody posted a still shot. CM Punk and Jay was kind of in front. Sammy was in the back, kind of behind him a little bit, looking at CM Punk. I was like, oh, dang. He gonna be the one to do it. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Because I like Sammy. I want Sammy to get the opportunity because I feel he's a good wrestler. He's good at promos. He connects with people. He does whatever is asked of him. Like he deserves it. Just like Jay deserves it, Sammy deserves it too. And it's just gonna be wild.
What PLE you think is gonna come out though, man? What PLE you think is?
Yeah, because it's not till Night of Champions. Because they're doing the regular show that they would do at Saudi in Australia. So if you have it at Saudi, that would be the place where he would get the biggest pop. Because remember the first time he went there, he did a promo in the language and people went nuts. And so, because first couple years he didn't go because he was Syrian and that whole conflict. But I feel like that could be the place where you get the biggest pop. And then when he come back to the States, he just showered with booze everywhere. But I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna be the one because he's always that motive, like you said, right? You got this, but it's like after a while, man, he's like, man, I want it for myself. I want to know what that feel like.
Yeah, I could see why you think that. I don't know how to get there.
Yeah, it's weird to get there.
Seth Rollins in the picture coming for the title.
Yeah.
To have him drop it and then he ends up going against Seth Rollins, or, if Seth Rollins gets it, maybe he takes it from Seth Rollins. I just don't know how they get him in there anytime soon because of what this story has been about. I don't know. Because I want Seth Rollins to carry it to next year's WrestleMania main event night too. I want him.
He for sure gonna have it.
In order for him to do that, he's got to get it. And I don't know if he's going to get it from Jay or whoever else, but I think it's just going to be tough getting there. Sammy is just in one of those situations where it's like, when you hear all the NBA stories, like, yeah, we had a chance, but, Michael Jordan was still playing. It's like, yeah, if LeBron wasn't there, I would have had a championship. It's like,
he in the wrong era, man.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how he's going to get there. It's so crowded because CM Punk hasn't gotten it yet. Not that he needs it, but...
And I feel like that CM Punk Seth is going to be that WrestleMania.
That would be WrestleMania night 2 for the championship.
Yeah, that's going to be the WrestleMania.
Because Sammy's a feel-good story. I don't think he's going to main event a WrestleMania under those circumstances. We've kind of seen who the WrestleMania main eventers are. It's Roman Punk, The Rock, Cena, and Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. That's pretty much it. I don't know if anyone else is going to crack into that. And two of those guys are part-timers. One will be gone it'll open up some doors, but those doors, I don't know if Sammy's going to be the guy next up to walk through those doors. He may need to win like a Money in the Bank or something, and he didn't even have a qualifying match. And maybe that'll create some intrigue because he could cash in on his boy, cash in on Jey Uso. So he might need to get it that way. But there's a chance. There's always a chance. We'll see if he's able to find his way and find his lane into something substantial. So after that, we had that's what I was thinking, Stan. We had the match that you go and get your drinks and you go and get your chips and go to the bathroom and
Yeah, man.
and Grayson Waller. I guess they needed to fill some time. From what I understand, Braun Breaker wasn't dressed, so he needed some time to put his.
He was hanging out downtown Greenville, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
needed to. They lost a little wrestling tights, so they had to find his outfit. I'm not sure. I guess this was a way to possibly tease the Waller and Austin Theory breakup. It ended with Sheamus winning and Austin Theory getting a kick out of it. So what do you think, Spook? Is it time to break up Theory and Waller, or do you even care anymore? That it's been kind of a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you go ahead and break them up, man. And I mean, Theory did it wrong though, man. That was dirty, man. Theory did, and then he's sitting there just laughing. Yeah, that wasn't fair, man. That wasn't fair to Grayson, man. That wasn't
my
nice.
boy there.
Yeah, and Sheamus is just that guy that just goes around having matches. He has no storyline. There's no plot.
You don't need it.
Just beating up people.
He just goes around and fights.
Yeah.
And speaking, I think him and Braun Breaker might need to switch skincare routines just for a little while because they get, he could use a little bit of what Braun got. Braun can use a little bit of what he got. Let's calm down. Let's tone it down, fellas. Sheamus is like he's getting lighter. And maybe standing next to Waller because Waller's got the tan thing going. It was like these guys look like two different shades of white right now. So it was a tough. What did you think about this match, Ty, with Sheamus and Grayson Waller?
I'm gonna be honest, I fast forwarded through it. Yeah,
Oh, come on.
yeah, like
You missed the story.
I'm with Spook. Like, go ahead and break them up. They should have been really gone their separate ways because I'm over it.
So if they break up, who's getting the push and who's getting left behind, or both guys getting the push?
That's a hard one, but right now it looks like it's Waller.
You think Waller will get the push?
I mean, the way it's looked from what I've seen, because on the last few episodes that they have been on, it's mainly Waller who's doing the wrestling.
Uh-huh.
And what's his name? See, A-Town Down, not A-Town Down. Austin Theory is usually there, just supporting Waller, and he's basically like they're really throwing shots at each other on the sidelines. Like even tonight, the little piece that I saw, Waller said something smart to him, and he replied back. I was like, what? But yeah, it's just time to go ahead and break them up. Like I'll be listening to the side conversations that they be having when the match is going on.
Yeah, no, Theory about to get pushed to the moon. Theory about to be the next member with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's a good.
That will work.
You saw how he was dressed tonight. And
that will work.
When Vince tried to push him, everybody was like, I don't know.
Yes.
He has charisma. He can go in the ring. He's got I guess because he's from Georgia, I want my guy to succeed. But that boy.
I don't know. I feel like Waller needs to push more because Austin Theory has the ability to resurrect himself and kind of have a lot of. He has, like you said, a lot of those intangibles. So he may be able to survive, kind of being outside of the spotlight a little bit. If Grayson Waller doesn't get pushed, this might be it for Grayson Waller.
I feel like they're gonna turn him babyface. He's gonna end up the face out of it.
Really?
I feel like he will, because I know like even in NXT he was the heel. He's one everyone hated. That's all he's been. But I feel like they're gonna find a way to like kind of have everyone feel sad for him and want to cheer for him. And I feel because Austin Theory is just a natural. Like, I hate this guy because he came in so young. He was so talented. So people already hating on him. He was already pushed down our throats from the old regime. People hated him for that. So I just feel like it's no way that we will ever like they feel like no way the fans will ever cheer for him. So why not just put him with Seth and them? And I feel like Grayson is gonna get like that. Like, no, we want you to like, feel sorry for him. Like Austin turned his back on me. He had me get beat up by all these people. So yeah. So I feel like Grayson can go in the ring.
Yeah, he's good. I think that the same thing kind of with Judgment Day, where, if they break this up, there's going to be some guys that's scrambling. I mean, we're not seeing Karrion Cross. We're not seeing Ludwig Kaiser. There's so much talent that we're not seeing on a regular basis.
Yeah.
They're not
Kaiser just
action. He just went missing. Even the other guy,
well, he got released.
who was that?
The guy who was
His partner. No, I was talking about, Don't Call Me Butch. What's his I can't even
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
and it was
because
just, and that's the problem, right?
yeah.
He ain't on TV no more. We're
Yeah.
not seeing them.
Tyler Bate and I know
Yeah,
you're talking about, yeah.
I can't even. We can Pete Dunne.
Man.
It's Pete Dunne. So he's not able to get a name for himself because it's so crowded right now. If you had one-on-one matches, there would be 15 people that deserve a spot that's not getting a spot. So they're having to do the triple threats. They're having to do the fatal four-ways. They're having to do the tag team matches. We didn't get no War Raiders. We didn't get no Creed. And they're the two best tag teams in the game right now. So we missed out on them. Obviously, Seth didn't have a match. Sammy didn't have a match. They just had segments. Same thing with Punk, where they got to include everybody. So it's so crowded that I don't know that Waller can survive that. I think Theory has a better chance of surviving if they don't end up in whatever Seth and Paul Heyman's crew is. But whoever's the odd man out, they're gonna have a really hard time because we're getting like a lot. I mean, I just seen, we're about to get to it in a minute, but I ain't know Zoe Starks had kept the job. I was surprised he had kept her.
Yeah.
Well, all of them got released. I was shocked.
Nah, I knew like the reason why he kept. I mean, she can wrestle. She's a good worker, so I feel like she deserves her spot. And you need women, but if they break up and it don't work out with Grayson, I don't think they'll release him. I think they might send him back down to NXT for him to kind of reinvent himself. Yeah, if it don't work out, like how they did Apollo, I feel like they might send him back down, reinvent himself. I mean, it worked out for Shawn Spears. I mean, granted, he left and went to AEW and came back.
He did disappear completely. I think that they may have to really start utilizing this TNA partnership more.
Yeah.
Try to get some guys over, because they might need to go to a second show and add some more of these guys that's not getting TV time.
Because WWE is so stacked.
It's too many. Like even the heavyweight picture we were just talking about, you're mentioning Sami Zayn. I'm talking about with Seth Rollins. Then obviously Jay is the champion. There's still Gunther. There's still Sami Zayn's, not Sami Zayn, CM Punk, the possibility of that. It's not even given chance for someone to emerge as a contender on that level right now because the same guys are just fighting for it. And I don't see anybody coming into that circle. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do there, but it's very crowded on every level. Dominic didn't even have a match, and he's the champion. So we did he even go to the ring? I don't even think he went to the ring.
No.
Nah, he was a backstage segment.
Yeah. So
and then when you add in NXT, the top guys down there that's on their way up, it's gonna get super crowded.
It's right, and that might be what's delayed Trick from getting called up. Because he should have theoretically, like, he's won the title, he has a reign. Now he's losing. He's in TNA. He's fighting Joe Hendry. I mean, it's all over the place. So I think that's what delayed him getting called up. Maybe what made them stutter step a little bit with Roxanne, but there's some people down there who I think is gonna get delayed because it's like, if you come up here right now, we ain't got nothing for you. You might as well, stay down there and do the best you can.
Yeah, I can name like 4 guys that's supposed to be up that's gonna make it hard.
Yeah, they're gonna have to join something. You see Roxanne trying to join Judgment Day, but we'll see. We'll get to that in a minute. Tyrese Halliburton did his promo. I think he's like a playable character or something to that effect.
Your boy, man.
In the game. I don't get it. But then we had Seth and Gunther. They were they cut a promo in the back. They had a backstage segment and reliving some possible history, and Seth thanking him for what he did for the title that Seth believes is still his and will be his one day. Gunther had 59 matches with Jey Uso, so I guess having a few more with Seth is not necessarily off the table. What do you think about Gunther and Seth Rollins match. What you think about something like that being in the future?
Man, that's a good look, man. You know what I'm saying? They both can go. Gunther trying to get back any way he can, man. Same thing with Seth, man. So, it's definitely some in the future cards. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I mean, it's so many ways to run it, man, to get them in the ring. So we just gotta just stay patient and see how they're gonna do it for us, man.
Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with Gunther right now. He had the fun match. We got the fun time with Pat McAfee. It's a good time match. You think Gunther needs to get into the Money in the Bank match, Ty, or what do they need to do with Gunther?
Gunther have accomplished so much already in the WWE, but he's very highly talented. Will he be in the Money in the Bank match? Because he's about to fight. Is he about to fight Priest again this Saturday?
No, that's Drew McIntyre.
That's who?
Drew McIntyre and Priest.
Drew McIntyre. Oh my gosh, Drew. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm tired of them too.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah, but I would like to continue to see Gunther. He brings a certain energy, his presence to the ring. He is not to be played with when you step in the ring with Gunther. I don't know if you guys remember the match with him and Sheamus. I think that was at a WrestleMania match, but that was a very entertaining match as well. So I would like to see more of Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther just needs to have the right opponent.
Yeah.
It doesn't always get that because of the styles sometimes clash.
What about Rusev?
Well, Rusev can be a good one. Right now they're doing some different things with Rusev. They don't want him losing right now, I'm assuming.
Okay.
So he's getting set up. He's going against the power of Tozawa. So that's gonna be great next week. That's gonna be
man, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, we should all wear all black for the funeral.
Yeah, man, for real.
Man, why in the world did they put Tozawa to fight Rusev?
Why not?
He got to step up for his boy Otis. You know what I'm saying? He got to step up for his boy Otis.
Otis is supposed to be on a storyline injury. What's going on?
Yeah, it's a storyline thing. So yeah, he put him on the shelf. So now Tozawa has to, and I'm pretty sure next week Otis will return. But yeah, for Tozawa's funeral, the repass is gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun.
Who do you think, Gunther? What do you think they need to do with Gunther right now? Is he just gonna hang around at the top of the card and kind of be losing, kind of like what Priest and McIntyre have been doing? Just hang around the top. We just lose here and there. Be an interesting match.
Yeah, it's until he because I think they want to do him and Rusev. So it's until Rusev is finished with American Alpha, because that match could be great. That's one of the Big E's 2 big men slapping meat matches, and that can just be old school wrestling where they do some stiff shots because they both can handle it and the crowd will love it, and they can. Just give them a good 30, 45 minutes, which is crazy. But that match
that's what it gonna take, though. That's what it gonna take.
It can be that good with them too. Yeah.
I don't know if it'll happen. It probably won't. But Otis is my dark horse for Money in the Bank. I would really like to see Otis with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think, he's so he's got to do something, man. He's got to
winning Money in the Bank though.
He good, man.
Yeah,
the folks everyone will love it.
Crazy.
I would love it too. I just don't see him lasting that long to be able to.
You see the reaction Jay got when he won the title? Otis won that title, bro.
Yeah.
You do you remember back in the day when Dolph Ziggler won the title?
Oh,
it's gonna be like that.
The crowd went stupid.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be like that.
And the thing is, because it's crowded, it's hard to have a long title reign now. So a lot of people are getting these short ones. But if Seth Rollins is at the top on one side and Cody might be on his way to getting his title back as John Cena winds down, I don't know how anybody's going to get these titles anytime soon, honestly. So it's all whoever wins Money in the Bank, are they realistically going to have a successful cash-in, and who is that against? I'm just not really sure, because are you going to cash in against John Cena and win? Are you going to cash in against Jey Uso? I mean, who's even worthy of that right now?
Yeah. That's why it has to be storyline.
Or somebody who just going to be an unsuccessful cash-in. I mean, I don't see how you're going to find it's just really crowded. But yeah, Gunther got some decent matches ahead of him, but I don't know that he's going to be winning anything major anytime soon. He's just gonna look really
Yeah.
good because if him and Jey Uso fights again, which it seems like they're on a collision course to do that, which is kind of wild and crazy. I'm just thinking that some interference or something is gonna happen. It's no way to hot potato the title again. I don't think it makes much sense to get it back on Gunther and beat Jey again, and now they're in like sudden death of sudden death. It would just kind of be a lot. So, but it was interesting just seeing Seth and Gunther. See what happens there. Up after that, we had the only entrance I seen, thanks to ads, was Rhea Ripley, who got a big loud pop from the crowd. They're definitely over on Rhea Ripley right now for her triple threat match against Kairi Sane and Zoe Starks. Did I say that right? Yeah, and Zoe. So this match it quickly went left with the spot from Zoe Starks. That was a very ugly, nasty injury that she seemed to have suffered. It turned into a one-on-one match, and which it probably should have been. This is what happens when the WWE says, you know what, we're just going to add you to the match for no reason at all. Like, no one believes you're going to win. We're just going to put you in there. And now the poor girl done got injured after surviving, getting cut, getting released, not really having a direction, on her way to losing and being forgotten about after this match. Now she's injured and banged up. Ripley ended up going on to win this match. Obviously, the fans are still very high on her, not quite as much on Kairi Sane. I didn't really like Kairi Sane entrance. I didn't think the music was great, and she was throwing gold coins. It was something really off about it to me. I didn't understand the whole. I guess if I'm like 3 years old, the gold coin thing would probably get over a little better. But what'd you think about this match, Stan? This triple threat match and what happened with those?
Yeah, I know they had to make it audible because I feel like Zoe was supposed to eat that pin. I didn't get a chance to see Kari's entrance. Was she wearing the pirate hat?
She had the robe. I
Like
don't
the
think did she
hoodie.
have.
Yeah, it was like a
Oh yeah.
hoodie. Then she
Yeah,
had like
see,
the patch
cause
over eye. It was like real,
cause
like a pirate.
okay, so she didn't go because I know OG Kari, she was with the pirate hat with the steering, and but yeah, I definitely know Zoe's supposed to eat that pin. So and it was weird, like the fans that are there and the fans online are like totally different because online everyone's like, "Oh, Kari should win. We're tired." They started calling Rhea Hogan now because they kind of like tired of it, which I get.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's just like I feel like she's gonna be. You can't have 6 or 7 women or however many they do that like all of them are like crowd favorites who don't expect to win. Like you need the one who people expect to win but not gonna win. And I feel like Rhea is like when Rhea added to the match, people are okay, they're gonna put it on Rhea. But when she doesn't win, it's like okay, well we know why she was because you need those like main event players in those kind of matches anyway to get eyes on it, especially with like a company like TKO technically running it now. They want those like main event people on that kind of match.
Yeah, and that's not Kairi Sane or Zoe Starks at this
Yeah.
particular time.
Like I don't is Rhea gonna win? No, I don't think she's gonna win, but you want her in that match.
Yeah. So what'd you think about this match, Ty? Did you think it was a good match? How did you feel about Rhea Ripley? Do you have Rhea Ripley fatigue or she needs to be that?
Rhea is definitely over. She's definitely over. I like Rhea, but just the last little situation has me on the fence with between her and Bianca and just putting herself inside of the match, on which she, as we all know, that Bianca earned her right to be there. But that just ran my course with that situation. But everybody loves Rhea. It's her dominance. It's just she's just completely just totally over. But you do need that balance of like Stan said, the ones that the ones that's the popular there, that's popular and the ones that you don't expect to win. It has to be a balance somewhere.
Yeah, so they definitely got her in there so that she can be someone who really has that star power to the match to make sure everybody kind of stays in their seat for those that were going to do that. I know Spook stayed in his seat. You're still on the Rhea Ripley train. So what'd you think of this?
Yes.
What
That's my boo thing, man. But she, it's break time. It's vacation time for,
Yeah.
that?
for real, man. It's time for her to take a break, man.
Yeah.
I know she's carrying it on her back right about now. She's carrying the women's division on our back to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully Roxanne and they bring up some other women, man, to kind of put a little difference in it, man, because it's Rhea has got too much TV time, man. That can be given to somebody else right about now.
Yeah, she's just needs a fresh coat of paint, as they say. Sometimes
Right.
you gotta go away or you gotta reinvent it, or I think it would be crazy if she just like blonde her hair and just came out just straight baby face or something. Just went straight, Tiffany Stratton or something, man. Like she just needs something for people to say, we hate this, go back to what you were doing, and now we love you again. Uh, Kinda like throw the fan base off, like, "Oh, no, go back to the dark goth character. Like, what are you doing? You're covering up all the tattoos, you done, put your stuff up. No, don't do that. Like, let's go back." So, I think she just needs a fresh coat of paint, and she's struggling to try to help the women that are not quite over. She's trying to get them in the mix. She was obviously doing that with, Stephanie and Julia and Roxanne. She's, like, trying, but it's not quite interesting enough at the moment. So she's really kind of just stuck in a place where the heavier hitters, as far as the top of the card, seem to be like Stan said last week over there on SmackDown, and she doesn't really have much to work with. And Becky is off trying to put over Lyra, so you don't really have that going on.
And then Bianca's out. She injured her hand at
Yeah,
WrestleMania. So
that hand that same thing cost Kyrie, I think, these 4 or 5 months.
yeah.
So now Zoe Starks is injured. I don't know if it matters, but I was just gonna mention it just in case it did.
Hey man, get on my buddy, man. He loves Zoe Stark. That's his girl. When he found out that she had a black grandfather, oh, he was like, oh, yep, bet we in there. Yeah, that's his girl.
Yeah, she's not bad, but it's almost like the same thing with Ivy Nile. It's like if Ivy Nile doesn't get that brief cameo backstage with Chad Gable, we wouldn't
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, we wouldn't know who she is.
Because and like both of them are the same person. They
Mhm.
can wrestle well, but they have no charisma as far as connecting with the crowd.
They gonna have
It's crazy. Like they need like a spoke. They need like a Paul Heyman kind of. They need a valet because they can't do it.
I think that with the guys, it's easier to just be able to go out there and wrestle.
Yeah.
I don't think the women have that same fortune on their side. They do need the other stuff a little bit more because that's what people are paying attention to and what they're drawn to. So you can't just be a good wrestler and I'm gonna make the cut by just being a good wrestler. Like you really gonna need to add something to that character, and they're dry. I mean,
Yeah.
they're super dry. Like I can't even imagine like having them on the podcast. They just be dry. I can't even imagine. Like they have no personality, and it's all because just, oh, we're gonna fight. That's what we are. And yeah, if you're in the UFC, that might help you and make more sense. But over here, you gotta add something. And
Yeah, you got to become a fan favorite, man.
yeah, and that's gonna be tough. Even I mean, you see, like, for what they can't do on the microphone, Kyrie and Oscars of the world and EO, they're very colorful. They're trying to be loud. They're trying to do, as much as they can to get some, additional attention because just being old plain wrestler fighter is it's just not going nowhere. Now nobody
They need to develop their personalities. Like you said, like they're boring. Like there's no charisma. They get on the mic and the promos are like I don't even like the promos. It's not entertaining at all. Ivy Nile, she's like we just said, like she's another one. Like yes, she can wrestle, but when she do promos, it's just like okay, that's it.
her strength. That's how.
Want to send them. You don't want to send them back down to NXT. So it's like the only thing you could do is try to work them over in TNA because you don't want to send them back down because they've been up for so long.
Yeah, and maybe if they get, I don't know how. I'm not too familiar with Triple A's roster. Are there some females over there?
Yeah, they got some. It's not a whole lot.
Okay.
Because they've lost some females. So like AEW,
Different, yeah.
WWE stuff like that. So, but they got a few. They got it's weird the partnership because like Stephanie still got beef with some of them over there. So that's very yeah. I'm gonna have to send you that, bro. It's very weird.
Yeah, we got to see how that's gonna play out. I'm just trying to figure out where just being good in the ring could
Yeah.
I would think more in a setting like that, it might matter. But over here in the WWE, you got to have that big personality.
Yeah.
I mean, that shines more than just about anything. No one watches a John Cena match for the in ring skills and technical components. So,
Not anymore.
and
No.
he's the
Probably like
biggest.
20 years
And
ago.
they saying he's the greatest to ever do it. That's so little to do with just being in the ring. And a lot of guys, didn't have that. But the ladies, if you're good in the ring, you still need the big personality. That's why
Yeah.
Charlotte is such an anomaly because she has both.
Mhm.
He developed both. Becky didn't always have. She developed both. Same thing with when they had Sasha and Bailey to a lesser degree, but they had to develop personalities because you can't just be good in the ring. And now a lot of them are not good in the ring and they have the personalities and they're kind of just hanging around. But we gonna see. For whatever it's worth, hopefully Zoe has a speedy recovery. I don't know what they're gonna do with her next, but maybe she'll have a chance to come back and do something. But then after that, we did get the backstage segment with Judgment Day and Roxanne. And, like I said, I get it. Judgment Day is a way to stay on TV, and we always gonna have our weekly Judgment Day backstage segment. It's definitely going to happen. And it's time to include Roxanne because, Finn like what he sees. And at this point, I'm gonna be honest, man. Dominic cannot possibly go from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan to Roxanne. I'm jealous at this point. I'm like, come on now. The man is married and like I'm about to tell everybody, like, hold on, man. I'm about to start telling his business. Like he's married. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the game. I mean, let somebody else so and
Yeah, on screen, he living the life, bro.
man, I mean, he must have a very nice wife because they are pushing her buttons. They pushing
Yeah.
all her buttons.
Hard. Very
They
hard.
are trying her. Like, oh no. I mean, that's that'd be tough to get away with. She's a very nice woman. I'm assuming because they keep playing games. And now this woman comes with chicken nuggets presented like they were, Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Yeah,
Have you
man.
ever seen
Krispy
chicken
Kreme.
nuggets presented in a box like that? I've never seen that before.
Krispy
No.
Kreme.
I didn't even know they had a box for chicken nuggets. They were nice and organized, and I was like, "Wow, this is something else, man." And I think Raquel was on point for being mad because she knows, like, we barely care about her. So the last thing she needs is someone else to come and take any attention off of her.
Yeah, her spotlight, her little
Yeah,
spotlight.
she's like, I'm telling you, she leave Judgment Day is over for her. She's Ivy now, and Zoe Stark's all over. So, but they had their backstage segment. They teased possibly either Roxanne being a part of Judgment Day or Finn Balor breaking off and doing his own thing. So, Ty, what did you think about this segment? What you think they was teasing for the future?
I think they might be teasing a Liv and Roxanne moment
Okay,
because she brings Dom chicken nuggets, right? So
yeah,
remember when Rhea and Dom had a thing? Remember Dom said, "Well, she lets me eat chicken nuggets." So I think that in the future it could possibly be a Roxanne and a Liv thing. I was surprised to see Raquel talk, like, because she don't ever talk.
mm-mm.
So that was interesting to see tonight.
Yeah.
She's
Don't
Diesel. She don't need to
Yeah,
talk.
she don't have no personality. And they know don't let her. And that's how I feel you should do it with a lot of them. Just hey, look, that ain't necessary. Just don't say nothing. And she knew not to say nothing, but she had to because the spot was on the line. You see little young Roxanne coming up in there. You like, wait a minute now, and she kind of has the look already to kind of fit right in there. So, what you think about this segment, Spook? What you thought they was teasing with the whole Roxanne and Finn Balor introduction to Judgment Day?
I don't know, man. I like the little Finn and Roxanne little combo, man. It's something different, man. He was just in there smiling, but that brother was cheesing from ear to ear, man. He was
I get it.
he was team Roxanne all day, man. I thought he was gonna leave. I thought he just hey, let's just go, babe. Let's go. Let's form our own team. We good. We'll find another member. We okay. It's us now. I thought he was gonna, leave right then, man.
Yeah, we could be looking at a situation where Finn Balor branches off and Roxanne, we already see that there's despite the 2 and 3 hour shows, it's still not a lot of TV time. So staying with somebody and having a group and a faction kind of helps you to get that TV time. So we could be seeing that. But what you think they was teasing, man, staying with what you think they was trying to where's this headed?
Yeah, I mean it's headed to fan us leaving Judgment Day. I feel like we're gonna get maybe Roxanne versus Liv because Liv's gonna come back soon. I think she already wrapped up the movie, so she'll be back soon, and that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Like, he's just living life. He's doing on screen what every man wants. He's living like what's the dude in AEW? Buddy Murphy. In real life. Yeah, Buddy Murphy. Because Buddy dated it's yeah, Buddy he's married to Rhea. He dated Raquel and he dated Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, he's making his rounds, man. So he's definitely having the time of his life. As far as Dominic has been. So we gonna see where it goes and how that plays out for him. But ultimately, no, he's going to be able to we'll see where it go. We'll see where it goes. So I think that there's a chance that Finn wins that title from him, maybe with some interference from Roxanne, and they go over there in their separate ways, and then there's some mixed tag matches in the future. I think Raquel is a way to keep a title on Liv, but at the same time, I just think that Raquel is just kind of being carried along and is not super necessary unless she's gonna have like some big, matches with some people that's looks a little bit more her size and things like that, like a Jade or even a Nia Jax, like just some of those bigger ladies where let's see what you guys can do. Because even though those matches historically is not great matches, it's still interesting to see that kind of size and power. Because I think Raquel is about 6 feet.
Yeah, and
Nia,
it's only like two people on Raw that measure up where
yeah,
it's
Nia's about
Bianca,
6'2".
it's Bianca and Rhea. That's it.
Yeah, so it's yeah, Rhea's probably 5. She might be a little shorter, 5'9" or something like that. But they got some size they could work with over there. So we'll see how that goes. Not really interested in the Raquel storyline part of it, but she's there for the ride right now. But when they split up, I guess maybe she'll be more of a prominent player in all of it.
Yeah.
So after that, we had the Braun and Jay Uso for the main event. Main event, Jay Uso, he does main event, despite what people think based on what happened at WrestleMania. He does main event. It's just Monday Night Raw and maybe some PLEs. And I think they were having a pretty solid match, a pretty good match. We knew that the antics were coming, the hijinks, the interference was on the way, and that is what in fact happened. And before we got to anything of a decent finish, Heyman caused a distraction that brought Seth Rollins in for the disqualification. Heyman, oh man, he's so good. He's so good. I mean, the way he took his jacket off.
Hey, that boy was ready to go, man.
Man, I'm like,
Hey,
man.
that boy put them hands up, man. He put them hands up.
He knows. He just knows, man.
Yeah, what he does.
Just knows, man. Like, what's the most ridiculous thing I can do right now? Not run, not even fight back, but just look like I'm about to fight back. Entertaining the direction you can go in, and that's what he did. And then things just broke down from there. Seth Rollins getting involved, and then Sami Zayn comes out. CM Punk music hits, he comes out. And now these guys just start brawling into the stands, into the audience. Because at the end of the day, this is the go home show for Saturday night's main event. So we needed to get the presumed main event in the ring, which is what they did by making sure they cleared the ring so that Jey Uso and Logan Paul can have that spot. Logan Paul comes in from behind, catches him, lays him out. He's standing tall at the end of Monday Night Raw. What did you think about this final segment, Spook?
Oh, it was good, man. I mean, it all played into, like you said, the Saturday night main event. Seth and he was able to get his little shine. Same thing with Sammy and CM Punk, man. So yeah, like you said, it finished pretty well, man. It got everybody wanting to see more as far as this Saturday night main event. So yeah, I mean, it was a good closing of the show. Good closing of the show.
What did you think about the main event, Stan? It delivered, man. It was a main event worthy main event.
Yeah, it was good. It got you hyped for the match with Seth and Braun versus Sammy and CM Punk, and then it got you hyped for the main event with Logan and Jay. We saw Logan stand tall, so historically we know what's gonna happen on Saturday already. But nah, it was good. I'm kind of excited about the tag match. Honestly, I feel like that tag match might steal the show, man. With them
Yeah, most
four,
definitely, most definitely.
that's gonna be the one that Yeah, that's gonna be a go.
Yeah, I think we are. I mean, I think this Saturday night main event card is not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Not at
looking
all.
pretty
Not at
Yeah,
good,
all.
you got R-Truth, John Cena.
man.
That's gonna be a R-Truth, John Cena. Cause man, R-Truth. Remember what I said last week? That R-Truth might be the one to bring back like the babyface John Cena.
Mhm.
What did he say? He's like, I'm gonna knock some sense into him.
Um,
Yeah, man. Truth is that's gonna be. If you're gonna do Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, put him in a steel cage. I could live with that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't want to see it again. But that's definitely gonna be. I think it's a solid card coming up. So we're gonna see how that plays out. Overall tonight, I thought it was a pretty decent show, man. Spook, what was your thoughts on the overall show tonight?
it was decent, man. Like I said, it's keeping us entertained right now, man. It's keeping us wanting to see more. Which direction? Because like you and Stan been saying, man, there's so many good things that can happen, so many bad things that happen, so many people turn good, so many people turn bad. You know what I'm saying? So just it's just keeping us, the writers keeping us wanting to see more. You know what I'm saying? Of what's gonna be the future of WWE, man. So I mean, it was a good show. I mean, I liked it. From what I caught to the end. So yeah, it was good.
What you thought on the overall show tonight, Stan?
Now it was a good show overall. You had some solid matches. You had your match to go to the concession stand. You had some good backstage promos it left a little cliffhanger for you to see more, and it left at the end getting you ready for the pretty much the co-main event from Raw, which is the tag match and then your championship match on Saturday night. So it did what needed to be done to get you ready for Saturday and to pass it on over to SmackDown.
Yeah, it definitely did that. So overall, a good show, man. Once again, it's the Wrestle for Real podcast. I appreciate you guys being with us today. Tonight, we didn't go too late. I appreciate you Stan and Spook for being here. Ty checked out. I appreciate her for being here on the show tonight. But we will be back here next week for sure, covering Monday Night Raw. Definitely feel free to join the conversation and listen to the Wrestle for Real podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to like and subscribe and join the conversation. So until next time. We'll see you guys later, and I will see you guys a little later as well. So appreciate you guys for coming in tonight.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.